What have been some of the standout moments of this year for you in the world of bikes, personally?
Okay, so when I went to Eurobike, that was pretty cool, seeing all the new tech. Every Eurobike is always interesting because you get wild and wonderful different bikes and pieces of tech from companies all over the world. But I think one of the standout things for me in terms of like moving the industry forward and generating content was the Pinion MGU. That motor gearbox unit had so much interest, and it was so cool to see that being released and get a test ride on it at Eurobike. And it's one of those concepts that people already want. You know, it's with most pieces of bike marketing, they are selling a concept or selling an idea, and people watch it and they go, "Oh yeah, that sounds really cool. I'd like to have a go at that." Yeah. But the MGU is something that pretty much sells itself. What, a motor and a gearbox all in one unit? Yeah. What, I don't have a chain or don't have to
rear mech?
Yeah, don't have a rear mech that I can damage. Yeah. So that I think was a real standout. Yeah, that was super interesting, and loads of people watch the video and loads of people want to try that bike. So yeah, that was one standout.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's clear to see that in terms of innovation in the industry, I mean, that is one very big step that the industry could and is taking. And okay, it might not be perfect right now, but it's something which once they get their head around it and really get it refined, there's no reason why it shouldn't take over and become the industry standard. Would you agree?
Well, I think that it's super interesting because if you look across the motor manufacturers, you've got some that are tied into bigger ecosystems. So Shimano, for example, they have their motor, but they also have a massive drivetrain business. The same with SRAM, they've just bought out their motor, but they have a drivetrain business as well. But Pinion don't. So they don't care if they cannibalize a drivetrain because their product is just a motor and gearbox. And I was thinking, well, that exists for like Bosch. They don't have a drivetrain, so surely there's a massive incentive for them to create a motor and gearbox unit.
Yeah.
And the same with Bafang, that type of company, TQ, some of the motor manufacturers, they surely have a massive incentive to build these all-in-one units. And I think that the first company that brings something out that is ready for prime time, and I've not really tested the Pinion MGU across like a proper trail ride. I tested it in a car park, which you can't really, it's a car park ride. Yeah. So it needs to be tested fully. But I think the first company that brings something out that is fairly efficient, pretty lightweight, but really high performing, yeah, they're going to have a massive game changer on their hands because people already want it.
If you enjoyed this clip, then watch the full episode in the top thumbnail. Or for another episode, just click on the one below.